I'm in my zone, can't fail. Got my mindset on grade, like I am home, no doubt. Time to raise it too loud. I'm gonna light up the sky, gonna play it strong. 'Cause I've got that fire inside, lighting up my heart. No looking back, heaven knows. It's time to get up and go. Life passing by, can't go slow, no. We ride it once, then we're done. I'm gonna light up the sky. Fire inside, lighting up my heart. I'm gonna light up the sky, gonna play it strong. 'Cause I got that fire inside, lighting up my heart. Oh yeah, light up the sky. 'Cause I've got that fire inside. I'm gonna light up the sky, gonna play it strong. 'Cause I got that fire inside, lighting up my heart. I'm gonna light up the sky, gonna play it strong. 'Cause I got that fire inside, lighting up my heart. I'm in my zone, can't fail. Got my mindset on grade, like I am home, no doubt. Time to raise it too loud. I'm gonna light up the sky, gonna play it strong. 'Cause I've got that fire inside, lighting up my heart. No looking back, heaven knows. It's time to get up and go. Life passing by, can't go slow, no. We ride it once, then we're done. I'm gonna light up the sky, gonna play it strong. 'Cause I got that fire inside, lighting up my heart.
Don't let age or doubt hold you back. Just do it. Do a little, do a lot, whatever you're doing, you're still doing it, and that's what counts. Being here, ta-da, being here is 9/10 of it, and you're here. So let's do this. What are you going to get out of this? You're going to feel better. You're going to feel better at the end of this 1 hour long yoga practice. You're going to feel better in your mind. You're going to feel better in your heart. And you're going to feel better here too, in your body. You're going to feel more mobile, more flexible, more strength, and better balance. All good stuff. Hi, I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. That's the best part. Doing it from home here in Colorado. It is snowing like crazy today, and the wind is blowing. I think the temperature is 1. It just doesn't sound right, does it? All right, so it's a good time to be at home, good time to be focusing on you. As I said, it's a 1 hour long practice, but if you can only stick around for 10 minutes, that's fine. But try, just try. Enough is enough. You've had it with other practices. You want to come back to your mat, and you want to just rediscover yourself, rediscover your body. But whatever you do, do what's right for your body. If something hurts, don't do it. Back out of it. Peel it back a layer. Modify it. Don't hurt yourself. It's not about how far you can go. It's just the act of going. It's being aware of your body, knowing what feels right to find that strength, that mobility, that flexibility. Don't hurt you. All right, so use some props today. The props we're going to use, I'll get to in just a second, but the word I want you to think about today is enough. Maybe you've had enough. Enough means adequate. It means sufficient. Apply that to your practice today. No stress, no strain. Enough is good enough. Just chill. Take the stress away. Use the props to help you do it. Now you can have 2 blocks. I'm not really going to use many props today. So if you don't have props, that's okay. You can do it with nothing at all. Or maybe buy the props so you can have them for tomorrow's practice because you don't want to miss a day of your yoga. A strap, you can have that. Eye shade, little towel, and most importantly, have some water. Earlier on, when we were doing the countdown, I did some yoga on the wall. You can do your Chaturanga Dandasana pose on the wall, like I was doing. You can do your yoga sitting in a chair, so maybe a chair is a great prop to have. Don't stress over it, just feel good. All right, so I think we've covered everything, haven't we? I feel like I'm missing something, but that's all right. It'll come to me. Stress number. Let's lock that in your head as we come on up to a standing position. Okay, so stress number, scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10, 1 to whatever. Don't overthink it. Body, mind, soul. How are you feeling? What would you give yourself today as far as the stress number goes? Lock it into your head, and let's come up to standing. All right, standing. Feet solidly planted on the earth. Lift your arms up, up, up. Let them float on up high to the sky. This is your extended mountain pose. Take a deep breath in. And a big sighing breath out. Let it go. Take a deep breath in. Through your nose. Out through your mouth. Sigh it out. That is your breath. Find it. Discover it. Explore with it. Take deep breaths. Reach through your fingers. Big breath in. Big breath out. Now, this time, let's take a big breath in, reach further through your fingers. And on this exhale, bring your hands to prayer center and fold forward. As you fold forward on the exhale, think of your body kind of like an accordion. Squeeze out the air in your belly. Let it go. Put a little bend in your knees. Let your arms hang heavy. Exhale, squeeze it all out as you fold your body in half. On an inhale, reach your arms to the sides. Sweep them on up. Reach high, high, high. Inhale. Exhale again, hands through prayer center, fold forward, let it go, squeeze it all out, fingers reach toward the earth, crown of the head toward the earth too. Sweep your arms up as you inhale, reach through your fingers, hands through prayer center, exhale, fold forward, let it all go, let it all go, let it all go. One more big inhale, sweep the arms on up, come on back up to your standing, you have found your breath. Let's start to come up onto our toes. Hands can stay lifted, fingers can stay lifted. Ooh, or you can bring your hands to your hips or use that chair by your side. You're just waking up your toes, waking up your feet, finding the source of your balance, your foundation. Big breath in, big breath out. As I mentioned, this is a Vinyasa flow practice. Every day our practices are different. 1 hour straight through, no cuts. Just real yoga. All right, so you're coming up onto your balls of your feet and your calves are feeling the nice stretch. Breathe. Plant your feet, place your hands on your low back, squeeze your elbows toward your spine, take a little back bend, look up to the sky, let it feel good, slow down. Maybe you're seated in a chair, that's fine. Grab the sides of the chair, lift your chest up to the sky, little back bend. Come on back up, shoulders over your hips, lift your arms high up to the sky. Favorite pose, palm tree pose. Interlace your fingers, palms up to the sky, start to sway gently from side to side. So you're waking up your spine laterally here. You don't want to jump in to anything you do. You want to warm up, right? Little bend in your elbows might feel good. Sideways motion, sideways movement of your spine. How does it feel? Oh, just stretch it out. Finish up. Come back to the midline of your body. Let your arms float on down. Let's do arm circles. With your arms nice and big, go ahead and do some big arm circles. Wake up your shoulders. And if it doesn't feel good, put a little bend in your elbows and maybe make the circles a little bit smaller. No rush, no hurry, no worry. You are enough just the way you are. All right, you're circling your arms. Let's add in the knees. When the hands come down, let the knees bend, arms come up, knees straighten. Nice big circles. Oh, waking up the shoulders. You know, nobody ever does their yoga and says, I'm glad I didn't do my yoga today. You're always happier that you did it. Take your arm circles in the other direction. And if you're seated in your chair, just work your arms. You can do this. You can totally do this because you define what this is. You move to feel good your way. Finish up. Legs are straight, arms down by your sides, big coat swing. Start to sway from side to side, just a little gentle twist. Look over your shoulder. Feel what you feel. Arms are heavy, shoulders away from the ears. Nice little controlled twist. You got it. And then finish up. Come back to the midline of your body. Bring your hands to a prayer center position. Close your eyes and just find your balance here. Take a deep breath in and a big sighing breath out. Let it go. Your hands are in prayer. You're in a pose called Samastitihi. In this pose, just reflect for a moment why you're here. Why are you on your mat? Maybe tell yourself over and over again during your practice today, I am enough, I am enough. You are practicing and you're doing it just right. No criticism of you, be kind to you. Just praise yourself for whatever you're doing on your mat. Just feel good and be happy that you're here. Take a deep breath in, I am enough, and a deep shoulder softening breath out, let it go. All right, release your arms down by your sides, fold forward, squeeze the air out of your belly like that accordion. Toe heel your feet hip width distance apart. That's 2 fist widths. Measure it since you're down here. Put a little bend in your knees. Hands to opposite elbow creases, gaze back to your knees. Let the crown of your head hang toward the earth, let it be heavy. Let your low back decompress. So you got your heavy head, 8 to 12 pounds are most of our heads. Let your head hang toward the earth. Shake your neck a little bit. No tension there. Let your heavy head decompress your spine. Your neck is long. Your back is decompressing. Feel it in your hips. Take your ragdoll pose. Start to bring one elbow back toward one knee, then the other elbow back toward the other. So you're just swaying like a ragdoll. Breathe. Big breaths in. Big breaths out. Feel good in your low back. So important. Our low backs tend to get so tight. And you know what? Nobody says that you can only do yoga on your mat. Throughout the day, stand up if you're at your desk, if you're driving, wherever you are. Stand up periodically and do your ragdoll pose. Let's finish up in our ragdoll. Bring your arms back to the midline of your body. Take a deep breath in through your nose and a big sighing breath out through your mouth. Let it go. Release your hands to your mat. Bend your knees. Come on down for your child's pose. Here's an opportunity to use a block if you want. Child's pose, just your moment where you kind of just get into your mat and just let everything go. Knees can be together, big toes touching, hips back toward your heels. Maybe you put a towel under your knees. Your block, it can bring the ground up to you as you rest your head on it. Arms down by your sides, palms face up, fingers reaching just a teeny bit more to the bottom of your mat. Find length in your spine from your tailbone through the crown of your head. An option is your extended child's pose. Knees spread wide, big toes still touching, hips still go back toward your heels. Maybe they sit on your heels. This time, the arms reach long to the top of your mat. Forehead can come down to your block. Maybe you like it better under your chest. Try it. Arms reach. Maybe the head comes down to the mat. Big breath in and big breath out. Sigh it out. Length from tailbone to crown of head. Now, you can start a particular type of breathing called Ujjayi Pranayama. To do that, you would close your lips and breathe just in and out of your nose. It helps you build heat in your body, and it helps you stay focused on this present moment as you listen to the Darth Vader sound in the back of your throat. Big breath in, big breath out. You breathe any way you like, but just take notice of your breath. If your breath becomes shallow and short and quick, it means you're just straining too much. Enough is enough. Back out of it. From this child's pose, know that you can come back to it anytime you want. Maybe you want to stay here for a while. You decide. I'm going to come out of the pose now and go into a downward facing dog. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Adjust your legs so your knees are underneath your hips. Tuck your back toes towards your shins and send your legs long and straight. Come into an inverted V shape. This is your downward facing dog. Feet are hip width distance apart, heels are slightly lifted. Look at your hands. They should be shoulder width distance apart. Fingers spread wide as you create a nice, strong, solid foundation in your hands. Heels are lifted. Let's start to pedal. Pedal your heels. Oh, you're bringing back that feeling we had when we did our warm-up with our calf stretches. Now your head. Your head should be heavy. Your gaze should be towards your ankles or maybe your knees or maybe even up towards your belly button. Still your feet. Push into your hands. Lift your tailbone up to the sky. Let's do some sun salutation A's. Let's walk our hands back to meet our feet, or you can walk your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, arms sweep on up to an extended mountain pose. Reach out of your fingertips and breathe. Exhale, hands to prayer center, fold forward, fingers toward the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins. Squeeze your shoulder blades together to create a flat back, not a rounded back. Push into your shins, wherever you need to be. Everybody's height is different. But create a flat back, so flat you can put a cup of coffee on top of it. Again, tailbone to the back of the room, crown of the head to the front. Breathe in your neutral tabletop-like position. Exhale, fold forward and walk your hands forward. Now you could be doing this against a wall, remember that, if you don't want to come down on the ground. From your walking your hands forward, hinge forward into a high plank. If you don't like the high plank, you could drop down to your forearms, totally fine, and hold it here. I'm going to do a Chaturanga Dandasana. So from a high plank, take it to a low plank, bend your elbows. Hover above the earth and flip your feet so the tops of your feet are on your mat. Press into straightened arms, chest is forward, gaze is forward, relax in your buttocks. When you're ready, let's take it to a down dog. Tuck your toes, hips go high, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Walk your hands to meet your feet or your feet to meet your hands. You decide. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Lengthen up. Exhale, hands through prayer center, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands on your wall or on your mat. Walk them forward, high plank. Low plank as you exhale, hover above the earth. Inhale, tops of your feet are on your mat, upward facing dog. You can be down on your knees if you want. Up dog, exhale, down dog. Feet are in a natural position, press into the earth. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Still your heels. Walk your hands to meet your feet or your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, arms sweep up. Woo, lengthen. Extended mountain. Exhale, prayer center hands. Fold forward in half. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, walk them forward. High plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal. Finish. Still your heels. Think of the strength you're gaining in your body. Think of the mobility, the flexibility. Walk your feet to meet your hands or the other way around. Inhale, arms sweep up. Extended mountain. Lengthen up. Breathe. Exhale. Soften in the shoulders. Bend the knees. Come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Reach through your fingers. Bend in the knees. Inhale, lengthen through your arms. Exhale, sink a little bit lower. Weight into your heels. Hold it here. Stay strong. Inhale, lengthen through your fingers. Exhale, sink a little bit lower. Hold on. You got it. One more big inhale. On this exhale, hands to prayer center. Straighten the knees. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to your shins. Squeeze your shoulders. You got it. Exhale, plant your hands. Walk them forward. Walk your legs back. High plank, maybe on your knees. Low plank, sink down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Tops of your feet, press into your mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. Right foot comes between your two right hands. Right foot is solidly planted with the toes pointing forward. Inhale, rise on up to a standing position. Plant your left foot down solidly. Foot should be parallel to the back of your mat and really down on the mat. All right, your legs. Wiggle the right toes more to the top of the mat, bringing your right knee over your right ankle. Nice big stretch in your legs. With your feet, imagine squeezing the mat together. Oh, engage the inner thighs. Tee out your arms. Shoulders are over your hips for now. Take a big inhale, lengthen up. And a big exhale, settle in. Right knee, keep it nice and open. Big breath in. Big breath out. Turn your neck as you look over your right middle finger. Breathe. Big inhale, and on your exhale, reach forward. Reach to the right hand, and then tick-tock your arms 6 and 12. Press your right forearm into your right thigh, and open up the right knee. Left arm goes high, stretch it out. Big stretch in your left side. Remember back to when we did our sideways lateral flexion of the spine. Here you are, stretching it out, reaching through the fingertips. Left arm, the one on top, reach it toward the front of the room. Whoo, how's that? Breathe. You got mobility in your body, use it. Reach, stretch. On your next inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm comes up, left arm goes down, right arm reaches to the sky, low body stays right where it is. Reach up high to the sky. Let the left hand come down the back leg. Lengthen, and then reach the right arm to the back of the room. Hold on. That was real good. When you're ready, cartwheel your arms, surround the right front foot. Send your right foot back to meet your left. Nice job. High plank, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Hips are high. Pedal it out for a moment or two. Other side. We have the left side to do. Kick your left leg high. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. Rise on up, planting both feet solidly on the ground. Sink into your left knee, arms tee out, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Squeeze that mat together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn your neck, looking over your left middle finger. Settle in. Put that bend into that left leg. When you're ready, exhale, reach to the front of the room. Tick-tock 6 and 12. Open up the arms, nice and big. Look up, then reach forward. Inhale, reverse warrior. Come on back up. Right arm comes down, left arm goes up. Look up to your left hand. Breathe. Take that left hand, reach toward the back of your room. Exhale, cartwheel your arms, Chaturanga Dandasana. Plant the hands, send the left foot back to meet the right. High plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out and breathe. Whew. Still your feet. Walk your feet up to meet your hands or hands back to meet your feet. Arms sweep up as you inhale. Extended mountain. Exhale, chair pose. Bend your knees. Reach through your fingers. Sink lower. Reach through your arms as you inhale. Exhale, sink lower. One more time. Reach, sink low. Shift your weight more back into your heels. When you're ready, hands to prayer center. Straighten the legs. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins. Exhale, hands plant on the mat or against the wall if you want to be standing. Come back to a high plank. Shoulders are over your wrists. Hands spread wide. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Tops of your feet are on your mat. Exhale, down dog, hips go high. Inhale, right leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through, low lunge. Right foot between the two front hands. Rise on up, plant your feet, sink on down into your legs. Arms tee out, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, settle. Look to the right. Reach your fingers to the right. When you're ready, tick-tock your arms, 6 and 12. Top arm reaches to the front. Inhale, reverse warrior. Left arm down, right arm up. Look up. Right arm, reach to the back of your room. Exhale, cartwheel your arms. Surround the right front foot. Chaturanga Dandasana. Right foot meets left. High plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tailbone high to the sky. Push into the earth. Pedal it out if you want. Other side, left leg kicks high to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through, low lunge. Rise on up, warrior two. Arms tee out, sink into your knees. Breathe. Inhale, lengthen, squeeze your mat. Exhale, settle. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Turn your head to the left, look over your left middle finger, and then reach to the front of your room. Tick-tock your arms, 6 and 12. Look up. Reach the right arm to the front of the room. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm comes down, left arm goes up. Reach up. Reach the arm to the back of the room. Exhale, cartwheel your arms. Chaturanga Dandasana. Hands plant, foot goes back. High plank to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Pedal it out. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Finish. With your knees, bend them and hover them just an inch above the ground. Shift your weight more forward into your arms. So your shoulders are over your wrists. Hold here in your little bear plank. Breathe. Come on down to your knees. Grab a drink of water. How are you doing? Okay, sun A and sun B. We did, I think, 3 sun A's and we did 2 sun B's. You should be good and warmed up now. Take a drink. Hello to Stan, Lynn, Barbara, Kelly, Yvette, Tammy, Esther, Betty, Karen, Hilda, Rena, Tina, and Tim and Tom. Good to see you. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Okay, so press into your hands. Neutral tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Send your hips high. Back to your down dog. Pedal it out. Breathe. Walk your feet up to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Let's do a gorilla pose. For your gorilla pose, your feet, they're not quite hip width distance apart, a little bit closer maybe. Palms of your hands, slip them under your feet from the top. So the tops of your toes are touching your wrists. Let your elbows go to the side of the room. Let your gaze go back to your knees or up towards your belly button. With your strong arms, pull your elbows to the sides of the room. Gorilla pose. Breathe. Can you look more back towards your navel? Whew. Finish up in your gorilla pose. Remove your hands from underneath your feet. Put a bend in your knees. Shoulders come up over your hips. Sink low. You're kind of in a quasi chair pose. Let's do a little prayer twist. Hands to prayer center. Sink low here. Weight back into your heels. Give your toes a wiggle. Lift them up for your prayer twist. Left elbow, bring it to the outside of the right knee. When you do that, your left knee is going to pop forward. Bring it on back so both knees are equal distant to the front of your room. Press into your palms. Elbow of the right arm high to the sky. You're looking down at your toes, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, twist. Look to the right, maybe look to your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Give that inhale at the time it needs. Exhale, twist. Look up toward your right elbow. Breathe. Finish. Slowly come back to the center. Hands still in prayer center. Hold here. Sink your bottom a little bit lower. You got it. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Right elbow this time to the outside of the left knee. Don't let the knees splay apart. Keep them together, equal distant to the front of your room. Press the elbow into the outside of your knee. Stack your hands. Stack the elbows. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist a little bit more. Pushing into the hands, looking over the shoulder maybe. Finish. Hands come back to prayer center. Straighten the legs. Fold forward. Look back towards your knees or your navel. Shake your neck. Let it go. Loosen it up. Hands plant. Legs go back. Bend your knees. A little bit of a bear plank. Press into the earth. Press the weight equally into your hands. Not too much into your thumb. Equally into the hands. Hold here. Bear plank. Hovering above the earth. Breathe. Planks help strengthen everything you got. You got it. You got it. You got it. Come on down to your knees. Come on down to your bottom. Maybe grab a drink as we come into our core series. 3 little poses. 3 little poses. Not to diminish how important they are. Bring the soles of your feet together to touch. Knees open wide. Hands to prayer center. Lengthen up. Exhale. Start to recline. That sounds good. Start to recline all the way down. Take it nice and slowly. Try to avoid the clunk at the end. Once you're all the way down, maybe hike your heels up closer to your groin if that feels good. Knees are open wide. Think of the outsides of the knees reaching toward the ground. Bend your elbows. Bring your fingertips lightly to your temples or behind your ears. Let's do our Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. You might want to breathe in and out of your mouth here. Exhale, peel the shoulders on up, keeping the chin, let the chin be the guide up to the sky. Inhale, come on down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Lift and lower, however you like. Keep your elbows open wide and your knees open wide also. Breathe. It's all in the breath, isn't it? It's all in the breath. Oxygenate your body. Send that breath, that fresh breath to your brain, to your heart. Get your blood pumping. Breathe. Let's finish. Come on down. Elbows still open wide. Let's do bicycle. Variations. Take the one that's right for you. Maybe you keep your tailbone down, lift your legs up, knees over hips. Extend your legs like you're riding a recumbent bicycle. Maybe that's what you need today. Perhaps you peel your shoulders up with the feet planted on the mat and twist opposite elbow toward opposite knee. Maybe that feels plenty good today. Maybe that's just enough. Add it all together. Knees over hips, shins parallel to the earth. Start to bicycle here. Opposite elbow, opposite knee, opposite leg extends. Breathe. Scissor kick is another option. Legs are straight. Scissor kick them, bringing one heel close to the earth while the other leg goes high to the sky. Your bicycle, your variation. Just do it. Let's finish. Legs go long on your mat. Arms go high overhead. Stick pose. Stretch it out. Fingers reach to the top of the mat. Toes point to the bottom of the mat. Stretch it out as we prepare for boat pose, Navasana. All right, hands. You can use your strap if you want. I'm not using the strap today. If you want to know how to use the strap, come back another day. We'll use it another day. Hands behind your hamstrings, low, so they're almost to the knees. Rock and roll up a couple of times. Have fun here. But if you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, don't roll on your spine. Check with your doctor to make sure it's A-okay to do. All right, rock a little bit. Have fun. You know, when the older we get, sometimes the less we move, and the less, the harder it is to come down on the ground. When was the last time you rocked on your spine, or did a somersault, or did a hula hoop? Play, have fun. It's good for your brain, too. All right, come on up. Hold on to your legs. Feet, maybe you lift one foot or the other up. Sit back, lean back like you're in a recliner, but don't round your shoulders. Send your chest high. Think of a string at your sternum, pulling you forward. Breathe. Hold it right here. Hold it. Maybe this is right where you stay. Maybe one leg extends, then the other. Maybe this is the next big step. Remove your hands. Reach your fingers towards your feet. Lean back. Hold on. Maybe arms come up higher. Play with it. Adjust it. See how it feels for you. Breathe. Hold. You got it. Strong. You got it. Really strong. Hands to prayer center. Bend your knees. Adjust your feet so they're comfortable. And then start to row your boat. One elbow toward the earth, then the other. Row, row, row your boat. You got it. It's a big pose. You can do it. Hang with it. Stay strong. Finish. Hands back to prayer center. Bring your feet on down. Whew. How you feeling? Hug your heels in towards your bottom. Wrap your forearms around your shin. Breathe. Think of hollowing out your belly as best you can. And then tuck your chin towards your chest, your forehead towards your knees. Balancing pose here. Press on up to your toes. Maybe take the weight out of your feet and find a little bit of balance here. Finish. Feet come down, crisscross at the ankles, hinge forward, plant your hands. Let's come back to a downward facing dog. In your down dog, you know this one, feet hip width distance apart, hands shoulder width distance apart, knees straightened, head heavy, shake it out, no tension here. Look back to your knees, start to pedal it out. Breathe, work on those ankles, work on those calves, strengthen what you got. Finish up, still your feet. Right leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through to your low lunge. This time, all 10 toes are gonna point toward the bottom of your mat. Bend your left knee, rise on up. Right knee over right ankle. Come on down, sink on down to your lunge. You can stay right here with the back knee lifted, just a little bit off of the mat, or bring it on down to the mat. It's all good, it's all okay. Lift your arms high up to the sky. Breathe. Take a big breath in. And a big shoulder softening breath out. Take a little baby back bend. Reach your fingers to the back of the room. Fingers back up to the top of the room. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, hinge a bit forward. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee, like our prayer twist. Hands are touching, elbows are stacked. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Look at your hands. Now, if you are down on your back knee, like I am, maybe you can focus more on deepening that twist. If you are up on the back knee, like I am now, maybe you focus on just keeping your balance. Breathe. Now your hands, open them up. Left hand goes down, right arm goes up to the sky. Take this little twist. Open arm lunge. Bring your hands back to touch. Come back to prayer center. Come back to your bottom knee, or bring your bottom knee, back knee down if it's not already there. Let the top of your left foot come onto your mat. Wiggle your right toes to the top front corner of your mat. Let's take a runner's lunge. Hands inside the right foot. Left leg goes long and straight on your mat. Maybe slip a towel under your left knee. Right knee, maybe you open it up so the pinky toe is on the side of the mat. Kind of that razor edge of the foot. Press into your hands. Hold right here. Breathe. Now you can use a block. Maybe you want to press your hands into the block. Maybe you put your forearms down on the block. Maybe you bring your body, your forearms, all the way down to the mat. Breathe. Let's come out of it. Press into your hands. Send your right leg back to meet your left. Let's do a side plank. Lots of variations. Today I'm going to do a different one. I'm going to take my left forearm, make it parallel to the top of the mat. I'm going to stay down on my bottom left knee. Shoulders are stacked. Right shoulder over left. Right leg lifts. Right arm goes high to the sky. Hold it here. Breathe. You can take any variation of side plank you like if you want to do a different one. Just got to shake it up and do something different. When you're ready, right hand comes down. You're back to a neutral tabletop. Now you're going to press into your hands, sending your legs straight. Come back to your down dog. Time to pedal it. Breathe. Feels awesome. Left leg, kick it high to the sky. Left leg, exhale, sweep it through, low lunge. Come on up to your variation of a lunge. Arms are lifted, knees are bent. Perhaps the left knee is lifted or it's on the ground. Reach through your fingers, gaze forward, hold on, stay strong. Lengthen up, take a baby back bend, fingers back to the sky. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, take a twist. Right elbow outside of the left knee. Hands stacked, elbows stacked. Look to your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Open up the arms. Right arm goes down, palm open. Left arm goes high, palm open. Breathe, try to look up. Hands back to prayer center. Come on down on that back knee if you're not already there. Time for your runner's lunge. Left foot, wiggle it toward the top left corner of the mat. Right leg, long and straight on your mat. Hands to the inside of your left foot. Maybe right here is where you stay. Totally fine. Use that block to bring the ground up to you. Press your hands into it. Nothing wrong with staying here. You know when enough is enough. Don't push it. This is perhaps where you stay. Just an option. If you want, open up the left foot onto the pinky edge side. Hands can come down to the mat. Forearms can come down to the block. Forearms can come down to the earth. Breathe. Take it your way. Breathe. Time to finish. Press into your hands. Right arm is now your foundation. Shoulder over wrist. No, that's if you want to take a high side plank. I'm going to take a low one, like I said. Forearm parallel to the top of the mat, fingers spread wide. Stay down on the bottom knee. Stack the hips, shoulders over shoulders. Left leg lifts, left arm lifts. Hold here. Breathe. You got it. You're strong. Don't think that you're doing less. It's just different, and different is good. Finish up. Hands come down. Knees meet. Downward facing dog. Time to do some balancing. Tuck your toes to your shins. Hips go high. Pedal it out and breathe. Shake your neck and let it go. Still your heels. Think of your tailbone, tip of your tailbone. Send it high to the sky as you push harder into the earth. Walk your feet up to meet your hands or your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to your shins. Back is flat, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold forward, look back to your knees. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Let's do tree. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Remember, in Samastitihi, what we said, 3 little words, you are enough, I am enough. Hold on right here. Close those eyes, think of those words. Soften in the shoulders. Tree pose, Vrikasana. Bend your right knee, open it up to the side of the room. Sole of the right foot comes to inside, either the left ankle, higher onto the calf, or higher still, up onto the thigh. You decide. Just don't put it on the knee. Knees aren't meant to go sideways like a palm tree. Drive the outside of the right knee to the back of the room. Hands to prayer center, or hold on to a chair. Grow your branches if you like. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Sway your branches if you like. Press the backs of your hands to the back of the room as your chest lifts as you take a big inhale and a big slow exhale. Try to close your eyes for just a second or just take a long blink. Hold your balance. You got to challenge it to improve it. Hands to prayer center. Guide the right knee to the front of the room. Plant the right foot next to the left. Other side. Close your eyes. Say to yourself, I am enough. Big breath in, big rooting into the earth, breath out, root through the right foot. Blink your eyes open, left leg bends, open it up to the side, slide the foot up to wherever you want it to be, hold that chair however you want to do it. It's all good. The fact you're here is the best part. Push the foot into the leg into the foot, hips equidistant to the front of the room. Hands to prayer center if you like. Grow your branches if you like. Send the backs of your hands to the back of the room. As your chest opens up and lifts, as you improve your posture, as you improve your balance, you got it. You know, if we don't have our health, we have nothing, right? Health is the new wealth. I'd rather be healthy than wealthy, for sure. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Plant the left foot next to the right foot next to the left. You did it. Time for eagle pose, Garandasana. Seated in the chair, you can still do this. In fact, if you're standing, we're going to come into a chair pose. So bend your knees, shift the weight a little more back into your heels. Hands to prayer center. You can keep them here. You can take your hands to opposite shoulders or extend your arms, reach them like the number 11. Breathe. Eagle pose, Garandasana. Sweep the right arm under the left. Bring your palms to touch. Squeeze your elbows down toward the earth and glance over your fingertips. Now, you can stay right here or you can add in the legs. I'm going to root into my left leg, lifting my right leg up, crossing my right leg over my left, squeezing high in the upper inner thighs. Top of the right foot can come behind the left calf. If you fall out, no big deal. Get right back in. Breathe. Squeeze everything you got down toward the mat. Shoulders a little more back over your hips. Should be looking forward, not down. Then release the right leg to meet the left. Arms open up and sweep up. Extended mountain. Been here before. Love it. Exhale. Bend your knees. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Or your favorite arm variation. Do it your way. I'm going to sweep the left arm under the right this time. Palms touch. Elbows down. Gaze over the fingers. Tight squeeze. Don't you feel it in your upper back? Root into the right leg if you like. Take this in layers. Only do as what is right for you. Left leg perhaps lifts. Cross the legs. Top of the left foot behind the right calf. Squeeze. Sink down. Squeeze. So good for your joints. Finish. Left foot meets right. Arms sweep up. Baby back bend. Arms go back up high. Keep them here. We're going to do dancer next. Lengthen up through your fingers. Root into your feet. Right arm. Remember those arm circles? Start to circle the right arm toward the back of the room. Speaking of arm circles, how does your shoulder feel now? Does it feel more awake? Does it feel more open? I bet it does. Every little bit of movement helps. Sweep that arm back. Weight into your left foot. Weight out of your right. Reach your right hand. Capture the inside of your right foot. All 5 fingers are together inside the right foot. Knees back together. Lengthen up through your left arm. Now kick into your back hand. Kick, kick, kick. Maybe you've got a chair here for balance, or maybe you just reach forward. Kick to the back wall. Kick up, up, up. Breathe and finish. Right foot meets left. Both arms go back up. Heart's beating, isn't it? That's good. Lengthen. Consider the alternative. Keep that heart beating. Keep that blood flowing. Keep it fresh. Keep it new. Keep it strong. All right. Lengthen up. Shoulder. Left arm. Circle it back. Keep it going. Circle, circle, circle. You're going to do dancer on this side. All right. Reach through your right fingers. Weight into the right foot. Weight out of the left. Time to catch it. All 5 fingers. Capture the inside of the left foot. Your knees gonna want to be apart. Bring them back together. Lengthen up through your right fingers. Maybe this is where you stay. No criticism. Remember, just praise for what you're doing on your mat. Kick into your foot. Kick it back, kick it up, reach forward. Reach, 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 kick, 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 and then finish. Right foot meets left, hands come back to prayer center. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. I am enough. Remember those 3 words. Humble warrior. Bend your knees. Bend your knees generously. Chair pose. Back to this again. Bend. Strengthen those quads. Breathe. Hold it here. Humble warrior. Hands to prayer center. Always a position of being humble, right? Left foot roots into the earth. Right leg lifts. Cross it over. If you're seated in a chair, you got this. So bring your legs into like the figure 4 shape. Sink low. Nice stretch in your back side. Hands to prayer center. Hold it here. All right, challenge yourself a little bit more, maybe. Release your hands, bring them to your low back. Man, you got to focus to do this. Interlace your fingers. Gaze down to your mat, to your left toes. Those interlaced fingers, let the arms work up the back wall. Embrace all those little micro wiggles in your standing left foot. They got you. You're good. Look down to your left knee. And when you're ready, bring your hands back to prayer center. If you fall out, no big deal. Get back in. Right foot meets left. Stay low. Stay low in your thighs. Stay low in your chair pose. Maybe you stay just right here. It's all good. You're gonna root into the right foot. Left leg lifts. Outside of the left ankle onto the right leg. Sink low. Breathe. Feel the nice stretch in your backside. Feels like the reclined pigeon we did yesterday, doesn't it? But we're adding in balance. That's all good for building your strength. Perhaps hands come behind your low back, interlace your fingers, let them climb up the back wall up toward the sky as you look down towards your right foot. Sink low, find your balance. Hold it, you got it. You're strong, you're not going anywhere. Finish. Release your hands. Bring them back to that humble position of prayer. Left foot meets right. Stay low in your chair pose. Pop on up to the balls of your feet. Pop on up to the balls of your feet. Sink your hips even lower. Hold here. Breathe. You're strong. That's what we're after. Let's finish. Straighten your legs. Playing your hands down to your mat. Walk your hands forward on your mat. Have a block close by. Come to your down dog. Stretch out your backside after that humble warrior. And before we go into your pigeon pose, oh my goodness, half pigeon, Ekapada Rajakapotasana, another big hip stretcher. Still your feet, you're in a down dog. Right leg, kick it high. Exhale, bring the knee of the right leg behind the right wrist. Left leg, send it long on your mat. Maybe a towel under your knee feels good. Right shin, work it perhaps a little more parallel to the top of your mat. And just feel what you feel. It feels different in your backside. You can press into your hands. Left leg is long. Really send it long on your mat. You can take a block to keep you honest. Slip it under your right glutes. It makes a difference because you tend to want to lean into that bent knee side. Putting the block right under your glute and pressing into the earth keeps the hips equal distant to the mat. You can stay right here. You can bring on your forearms down to your mat. Bring your hands to stack and maybe place your forehead onto your stacked hands. Elbows to the sides of your mat. Big breath in, big sighing breath out. Let that sigh soften your shoulders and soften you in the hips. Women especially tend to hold all their tension, a lot of the tension in the hips. Let it go. Think of sending space with each breath to your hips. We'll do this pose longer in our Thursday and Sunday restorative practices. You really do discover a lot more space in your hips. It's a beautiful thing. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let's come out of it now because this is a Vin class. Press into your hands. Tuck your back left toes under. Move the block to the other side because you're going to use it again. Send your right leg back to meet the left. Shake it out in a three-legged downward facing dog. Right foot meets left. Just pedal it out a little bit to even everything out. Still your feet. Left leg kicks high to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through. Left knee, left wrist. Right leg slides long on your mat. Top of the foot on the mat. Work your left shin more parallel to the top of the mat. Block slips under your left glute. Press into the earth. Slip down to your forearms, head to your hands, whatever you want. Soft shoulders, move them a little bit. Big breath in. All that exhale, relaxing, peaceful breath goes to your hips. Let it go, let it be. Finish up. Straighten your arms, press into your hands. Remove the block from behind your left hip. Press into your hands, right toes drawn towards your shin, left leg goes back. Shake it out. Three-legged downward facing dog. Breathe. Finish up. Feet come down. Down dog, hips go high. Shake your neck. Let's strengthen our spine a little bit more. Hinge forward, high plank. Bend and come on, elbows come on down to your belly. Once on your belly, hands underneath your collarbones. Elbows zipped up toward your body. Tops of your feet on your mat, big toes touching, legs are long, neck is long, shoulders away from the ears. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. On your next inhale, gaze down your nose, lift on up through your shoulders, maybe little to no weight in your hands. Squeeze the elbows towards your spine, squeeze your elbows toward your feet, lift. That's your cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Come on down with the hands, turn your head so your left cheek or left ear is on the mat. Arms down by your sides. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let's strengthen your low spine. Let's go to the mid spine. Come on back, chin to the center. Bend your knees this time. Floor bow, Dhanurasana. Reach your hands to capture the outsides of your ankles. Knees wiggle apart, just like they do in Dancer. Corral them. Bring them on back toward the midline. Heels toward your bottom. When you're ready, kick into your hands. Kick into your hands. Chest peels up. Balance on your belly or on your thighs or on your hips. Breathe. Kick. Finish. Come on down. Arms long. Turn your head in the other direction. Right cheek, right ear. Breathe. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Let it go. Camel pose. Time for that. Chin back to the center. Hands under your collarbones like you did for Cobra. Push on up. Seal pose. Soften in your glutes. Space in your hips. Come on up. Standing on your knees. Find your block. Place it between your ankles. Hands to your low back. That's an important part. Hands to your low back. Push your belly forward, look straight ahead, or look up. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet, or look right overhead. Maybe you stay right here. This is a great place to be. If you want to go farther, if it feels right for you, maybe reach for the block. Maybe reach for your heels. Lift your chest up to the sky, gaze to the back of your room. Hands back to your low back before you do anything else. Then shoulders over your hips. Come out of your camel pose. Come to a seated position. Legs go long on your mat. Toes up toward the sky. Arms lift. Exhale, reach forward. Reach, then look down to your knees. Capture your ankles. Hug your elbows in. Come on up. Shoulders over your hips. Bridge pose. Bring your eye shade and your towel up to your shoulders. Come on down to your back. Knees bend. Heels facing towards your buttocks. Arms down by your sides. Press into your feet, lifting your hips high, wiggling your shoulders towards your spine. Arms pressed into your mat and lift high in the hips. Slowly roll your spine down, one vertebra at a time. Tailbone comes down last. Supine twist, left leg long, left toes up toward the shin. Right knee bends, interlace your fingers, hug underneath the right knee. Left hand takes the right knee across the midline of your body. Right arm tees out, shoulder comes down, gaze right. Bring the hip back on down, knee back up to the sky, gaze up there too, hug it in. Send it long on your mat. Long, drive the heel toward the bottom of your mat while bending the left knee. Interlaced fingers underneath the right knee. Can't quite reach it? Use a strap or a towel. It's all good. Hug the knee in. Right hand guides the left knee across the midline of the body. Tee out the left arm. Look to the left. Whew. As you exhale, really take that twist. Go ahead and finish up. Right hip comes down to the mat. Left knee, hug it in one more time. Left leg goes long on your mat. Bend both knees, dragging the heels up like they're coming through molasses. Pull the knees up towards your chest. Left hand under left knee, right hand under right knee. Peel your shoulders up, maybe kiss your knees, or come close to it. You decide, where do you want to go? Bring your shoulders back on down. Keep holding on to those knees. Left knee, pull it toward the left armpit. Right knee, pull it toward the right armpit. All right, rock back and forth. Happy baby pose. When you're ready, take your hands, capture your inner calves or your heels. Send one leg high to the sky, then the other leg high to the sky. Bend and extend. Bring both legs up high to the sky. Pinky toes, send them toward the mat. Open up your legs in a big letter V, and then finish. Legs come together at the midline, knees touch, knees bend, feet come down. Legs go long, final Shavasana time. Yay. Lots of variation of final Shavasana. So many. A few months back, we did a month of different variations of final Shavasana. You do the one you like. Maybe we'll revisit that month of final Shavasanas coming up in the new year. All right, heels to the bottom of your mat. Pinky toes fall to the edges. Cover your eyes with your towel or your eye shade. Arms down by your sides. Shoulders, wiggle them. Get them comfy. You're going to be here for a bit. And breathe. All is well. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let your body relax. It moved a lot. Time to still your mind. That snow globe that we shook up in all our movements, it's time to settle the snow and rest. Soften the area between your eyebrows. Remove the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Shoulders are relaxed and away from your ears. Limbs are heavy. And your breath is deep and peaceful. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Stay here longer if you like. If it's time to get on with your day, start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Move your hands and your feet. Wrists and the ankles, circle them out. As you take an inhale, reach high overhead and stretch it out. Like it's the first good morning stretch before you get out of bed. And as you exhale, bend your knees and your elbows and roll onto one hip or the other. Low arms bicep is a pillow for your head. Top shoulder is soft. Eyes close. Breathe. As you're ready, maybe keep the eyes closed, slowly press on up to a comfortable seated position. Hands to prayer center, shoulders soft, lengthen up through your spine. Take a deep breath in and a deep, slow breath out. Be aware of your breath and this moment, nothing else. Gently blink your eyes open. You did it. Hooray. You did it. It was an hour-long practice, and it was a challenging practice. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, stress number you took in the beginning, what is it now? You feel better in your head, you feel better in your body, and you feel better in your heart, too, knowing that you did for you. Have a great day. See you on your mats tomorrow. You did enough today. You have enough, and you are enough. So relax. See you tomorrow. Love you guys. Namaste. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Have a good day. You deserve it. Bye. You did it. Another day of yoga in the books, and I bet you feel really, really good. And I am glad that you are here. And you know, it's beginning to look a lot like you're getting more and more fit. Stick with it, even during this holiday busy time. Enjoy your yoga. I am glad that you are here. Tell your friends about our yoga. It's free for anybody and everybody. All they got to do is check us out on Facebook or YouTube. Have them join us. They'll be better off for it. If you would like to support our broadcast, you can visit our website. It's www.316yoga.com. See you on your mats tomorrow.